Well, we're finally reaching near the end of this unbelievably in-depth course on the power of your subconscious mind, specifically dealing with your subconscious mind and marital problems, from the great Joseph Murphy, or as we like to call him here, Joey Murphy. Fun fact, this has been my bookmark for this chapter throughout this course. Unbelievably cool. Fish-oriented. So, yeah, we've got one more section to read before we get to the final helpful pointers that Joseph Murphy has at the end of this chapter. For longtime viewers of this channel, you'll know what I'm getting at when I say helpful pointers, because we've gone over several helpful pointers sections from other chapters in this wonderful book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. PSA, if for some reason you never have read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, or if you just glanced at it once many years ago, I really recommend revisiting it. It's a true classic, not just a law of attraction, law of assumption classic, but really a classic in American self-help, self-improvement literature. Very much lives up to its billing, in my opinion. And again, everybody's sensibility is different, but this is the kind of book that really captures the essence of so much of this, manifesting love type of teachings in a very practical yet deeply spiritual way, which is a somewhat rare combo. That's what Joseph Murphy was just a master at doing. So yeah, what I'm going to read today is not, again, like many sections that I've read in this course, it's not so much the specific directions that he gives in this part we're about to read, even though these specific directions are wonderful. It's more just like the vibe that Murphy carries throughout this chapter and in this section is the vibe you want to have, in all likelihood, with your SP, your specific person, your special person, your romantic partner. And this section is called Pray Together and Stay Together Through Steps in Prayer. All right? So again, not all of you are going to use these steps, let alone this prayer technique. But the vibe that Murphy is conveying here, I think pretty much all of us can use this vibe. This is a loving, harmonious, peaceful vibe, that really underscores the qualities that most of us, if not all of us, want in a relationship. And so Murphy writes, the first step, never carry over from one day to another accumulated irritations arising from little disappointments. Be sure to forgive each other for any sharpness before you retire at night. The moment you awaken in the morning, claim infinite intelligence is guiding you in all your ways. Send out loving thoughts of peace, harmony, and love to your marriage partner, to all members of the family, and to the whole world. Oh yeah, that's that love and vibe. And listen, if you're not with your partner right now, you can still do this. You can still absolutely do this. Even if you're not sleeping next to or getting up in the morning next to your partner, and you want to reconnect with someone, or perhaps you just want a new partner, you can do this. You can forgive yourself and forgive others for the irritations and little disappointments of the day or of yesterday if you're waking up in the morning and doing this. And you can, send out loving thoughts of peace, harmony, and love to everybody. Your potential partner, your family, your friends, the community, the world at large. Uncommon common sense, Joey Murphy's specialty. He goes on to say the second step for praying together to stay together. He says, say grace at breakfast. Give thanks for the wonderful food, for your abundance, and for all your blessings. Make sure that no problems, worries, or arguments shall enter into the table conversation. The same applies at dinner time. Say to your wife or husband, I appreciate all you are doing, and I radiate love and goodwill to you all day long. Uncommon common sense. It's surprising how many people, um, they're getting going in the morning. They're maybe running out the door, or they get together to eat at night, and they're complaining or talking to each other about irritating things that they have to do that day or that happened during the day. Murphy's saying, don't do that. Give thanks. Give thanks for the abundance and peace and harmony that you have right now in your life. Make sure that no problems, worries, or arguments shall enter into the conversation. I also will say, and most of you know this, it is helpful if you can to eat with your partner and to eat with your family at least one meal a day. And I know that's difficult for many of us, but if you can figure out a way where everybody's sitting down at the table or eating dinner together, eating breakfast together, something like that can be very beneficial. This is a huge thing that Murphy says here at the end of this second step, by the way, because most people really don't do this. If you say to your partner, and you can say something similar to your children, I appreciate all you are doing, and I radiate love and goodwill to you all day long. Of course, you don't have to use those exact words, but if that's the vibe, if you say something like that to your partner or your family member or what have you every day, man, what a wonderful auto-suggestion that is. What a wonderful statement you are telling them and telling yourself when you do something like that. That's really good advice. Here's the third step that Murphy shares for praying together to stay together. And again, this is very much for people who are into prayer, okay? If you're not into prayer, you don't have to do this, obviously. And you don't have to specifically use the prayers he references here, but the vibe here is wonderful. He goes, the husband and wife should alternate in praying each night. Do not take your marriage partner for granted. Show your appreciation and love. Think appreciation and goodwill rather than condemnation, criticism, and nagging. The way to build a peaceful home and a happy marriage is to use a foundation of love, beauty, harmony, mutual respect, faith in God, and all good things. Read the 23rd, 27th, and 91st Psalms, the 11th chapter of Hebrews, the 13th chapter of 1 Corinthians, and other great texts of the Bible before going to sleep. As you practice these truths, your marriage will grow more and more blessed through the years. So again, this is, in a way, just common sense, spiritual wisdom, not all that different perhaps than you would hear from a good, pastor or priest or monk if you went to some type of, religious church or, temple. But this is the kind of stuff that it's one thing to pay it lip service. It's another thing to actually do stuff like this in your life. To tell the people you love that you love them and that they are wonderful human beings, and to do that regularly, it's very powerful. That builds. So I hope this was helpful. If you want a free consultation to, talk out these issues and improve your relationships, you can fill out the questionnaire in the description below. There's a link to a questionnaire. There's also a link to this entire Joseph Murphy relationship course. It's free. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me, radicalcounselor.com. Next time we do part of this course, we'll be going over Joseph Murphy's helpful pointers, kind of summating everything we've covered. And this is the good stuff. Think on the good.